We've been watching each other for a long while now, respectfully clearing the air. Sounds like a real man to me. I will allow the best that can happen. He has integrity, consistency. Sounds like a real freak to me. He is intelligent beyond books. Yeah. Sounds like a real freak to me. My sweetness is your weakness. Sounds like a real man to me. Protector, provider. Show me how great this life can get. My red tongue and lips, my gold skin wrapped within your black body on green and brown earth. I only get naked to think about talking to your fat ass. Show me how great this life can be. I will allow the best frequency that can happen. I was raised on a pedestal next to a throne in the Congo rainforest. Thank you for your patience. You're kind, thoughtful. I can tell you were well loved by the gods and goddesses. Sounds like a real freak to me. Show me how great this life can be. I will allow the best that can happen. I love who raised you too. Your nature feels rooted in Yoruba Ifa and the laws of Mayat. I be called by another name across the veil. You know me as Oshun and Seshat. Show me how great this life can be. I will allow the best frequency that can happen. Someday is tonight, frequency. Someday is tonight, frequency. What's happening? What's up? What's good and what it do? Dr. Elegant Soulfood coming through. My dad was a man of very few words, didn't swear, and the strong silent type for the most part. All his words he made count, right? So I remember over the years, I've heard him say, once I heard him say, he was holding some mail in his hand and he was walking through the house. He said, "I'm catching hell." You know, my dad died when I was 13, so that just keeps playing back in my head occasionally. You know, when I think of him, sometimes that'll come to my mind where he say, "I'm catching hell." So as I've gotten older and I'm getting closer to the age he was when he passed, I think about, I start thinking when I would think about him saying, "I'm catching hell." And then I would say, "Well, throw it back, Daddy." "Well, throw it back, Daddy." So, in the spirit of being in this time and space and catching hell, or so it feels, right? And we need to throw it back. There's so much going on in this world. And I saw something today. I want to read you from Sister Nedra. I might say her last name right. Nedra Tawab. And I think she's a counselor, a therapist, or something like that. I follow her on social media. And I knew I wanted to come and talk to you guys about being encouraged and just pull some energy. But I think this sums up my thoughts and maybe yours as well. Signs that you may be at or over capacity are. Capacity is such a vital word. Again, this is from Nedra Tawab. She's a therapist. Signs that you may be over capacity are: you feel like if one more thing happens, you're going to lose it. You don't feel like yourself. You feel tired or fatigued and can't figure out why. You are not interested in your usual routine. You feel like you are over people. You feel irritable. You find it hard to listen to others. You're indulging in your vices more than usual. Now, when I posted this, one person came on the post and said, I'm experiencing at least three of those things. To be experiencing three of those things is a lot. If we can be honest, is this a safe space? For me to come on and be honest, I definitely feel like if one more thing happens, I could lose it. Um, some of the things are just health related. I've always found it hard to listen to people that just wasn't making no sense. So I don't like being around people that drink. And I used to bartend briefly. That's the worst place to be if you don't want to hear people. You don't like to be around people that drink, but you bartend. Baby, I was getting $50 tips per person. Yes. But yeah, I wanted to just come in and pull some energy around the heaviness that you may be experiencing, the overwhelmedness you may be feeling. Like if you just hear one more thing, you're gonna snap. Sorry, I got some jazz playing in the background, and I like jazz, but this jazz is taking my vibe to another place because jazz is very left and right brain at the same time, firing. And yeah, I'm trying to chill. I'm on the wind down. They messed up time for us in the Midwest. It's hurricanes, not hurricanes, tornadoes around uh, in the Chicagoland area, Kankakee area, Indiana area. And so the winds are blowing here as well. So again, that's why I said what I said at the top of this whole conversation about memories about my dad saying catching hell. And I'm like, throw it back, daddy. And then signs that you may be over capacity. Again, you feel like if one more thing happens, you're going to lose it. You don't feel like yourself. You feel tired or fatigued and can't figure out why. You're not interested in your usual routine. You feel like you're over people. You feel irritable. You find it hard to listen to others. You're indulging in your vices more than usual. Just recently, I met with a group of students and we were talking about the privilege of the white coat because they're medical students. That's who I work with. And talking about how to manage privilege, right? And the first thing we started off with was doing an identity circle where you put your name in the center and you have sparks coming out, picture sparks. And you write down things that are your identity. Your name is something. Your name means something and how you identify. And as I led the exercise, evolution, I began to say the way we see ourselves and identify ourselves is a three-legged stool when you add the way other people see us and identify us without even having any facts or whatever they want to bring to that identity, but they'll act like that's true. And then there's the identity that doesn't matter after all of this stuff is done. It's that God identity, how God sees you, right? And it's all happening at the same time. Evolution. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. I think that's a very fitting card for everything that we said. Again, I just came through to pull some energy to keep you encouraged, keep myself encouraged, so we can be optimistic and realize that obstacles are merely lessons on path to love. And that goes to something else that I wanted to share with you guys. What was that other one?
This card I have says pass. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Yes, transform your heart space. Let love lead the way. And it's easier said than done sometimes. Sometimes you just want to pause, you want to back up off that, you want to say nothing. And it's okay that I don't know what to do right now. And this is something I came to grips with. And again, I gave you a story about thinking about my father when I got to be in my 20s and got my own space. And I found myself, yes, catching hell, right? You got to go through the growing pains and the living pains and figure stuff out. And I would just say, I don't know what to do. So I said, every time you don't know what to do, just don't do anything until you're sure. Mama always said, go with your first mind. And I was at the age where going with my first mind, thinking that I knew everything. You know everything in your 20s. I talk to somebody in their 20s sometimes. I pause and I be like, did I sound that stupid when I was in my 20s? And then I go, yep. You did. You had some fresh information and you was wild with it. Don't take anything personally. Love and respect yourself. You are never responsible for the actions of others, but you are responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift. If they walk away from you, my TT Jeanette used to say, you look better walking away. You got diamonds in your back. Hey, you may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. Yes, 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 you will. Yes, you will. Some more encouragement. Am I taking both of those? Both of those and be done with this day. Don't make assumptions, assume nothing. If any kind of relationship, in any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they're going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't know what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that to me? You should know. What's the song about Pat LaBelle? If you don't know me by now, 10 long years. I hope that helps somebody. Uh, don't make assumptions. Say goodbye to sadness and drama. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. The whole world is out of control between humans is based on that. Okay, let me read that again. All the sadness and drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. The whole world of control between humans is based on that fight of control. Take a moment and consider this. Don't make assumptions. Say goodbye to drama. I want to pull some songs badly. So I will. What's another thing I wanted to share with y'all? Oh, y'all be watching me and I be talking about I have speech impediments. Some of that is like real because I knew like the few things that that were, but I found out that in my condition that speech is one of the things that's affected in my condition. So that was sobering. Um, that was one of the things read on the list, like not feeling in yourself and that kind of stuff. I've had some issues with my the health challenges I've been telling you that I've been overcoming for a while now. And I finally started looking at the list because I would refuse to look at it. But when I started getting this particular situation happening, I had no other choice but to look at the list. I'm just like, what is wrong with me? Because I don't trust the internet because I don't want to like lose it. And I started looking at it. I was surprised. Some of the things you just think are really health related. And that's what I was thinking when I was reading the list from Nedra. I'll read it again. That was the first thing I thought about. I'm like, they could have a autoimmune disease. You feel like if one thing happened, or mental health issues, either one. If you feel like if one more thing happens, you're going to lose it. You don't feel like yourself. You feel tired, fatigued, and can't figure out why. You're not interested in your usual routine. You feel like you're over people. You feel irritable. You find it hard to listen to others. You're indulging in your vices more than usual. These are signs that you may be over capacity. And capacity is such a crucial word. And I've used that a lot to describe people or situations. I'm like, they don't have the capacity to handle it. And that's not putting that person down. That's just what they know. That's why we need each other. And that's why we have to lead in love so we can support each other and fill in what the other person may be lacking without feeling like somebody's doing something to you, taking it personal, right? Because you want to have control. These energy cards can right on. Right on, right on, right on, right on. Don't play no more acid jazz right now. It's time to go to bed. Ain't time to hear all that. Be still and know that I am God. That is already written in the dialogue. That is what I was hoping would come up in the Psalms, because that's what I was thinking. Be still and know that I am God. Psalms 46:10. His hands are the depths of the earth, and the mountain peaks belong to him. Psalms 95:4. So what I'm getting from that is it's all in God's hand. It's all in God's hand. You don't have to worry about it. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion. Psalms 145:8. The Lord blesses his people with peace. Psalms 29:11. I needed that. I hope this helped you, because it certainly helped me. I needed to have my spirit lifted just a little bit for right now. Get through this evening. I'm about to go lay down and listen to this thunderstorm. I get the real deal tonight. I don't have to just listen to it on my Spotify. I'm going to leave you with Diaspora. It's a new CD that's out by Jasper Myers, the Jazz Master. And it's an awesome album from top to bottom. I am featured, it's a Afrobeats. I am featured on one of the songs. It was at the intro. Well, the remix of that song was on the intro of this video. This one is not on the CD. We were with the one that was with the Afro beats. And so he gave me permission to use this song. And so I hope this message lift you guys up. And I hope you check out Diaspora, the new CD by Jasper Jazz Master Myers. And keep your head up. And until real soon, love, peace, and blessings. And see you guys on the other side. Be good. Bye.